The biggest question I know y'all been having: why am I wearing this bonnet on my head, and why do I have my head behind this hoodie? And that's the first step as us as this community. If you haven't noticed yet, boom, I shaved the beard. There. Oh, what is that? Got a little string on my neck. Um, Beard clean. We just got the little goatee and stash going on. But since y'all are, my community, you guys will be the first people to see this. Oh,
You need to leave.
oh, what's up? It's just you guys. Man, oh man. What's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? My subscribers of the channel. I appreciate you guys for clicking on this video because I know it's not really what our usual content is, and you know, it, sitting down talking about things probably isn't like everybody's style, but I felt like it was time to do it. It was much needed. I told you guys back when I did like my first like video upload that eventually I was gonna sit down and talk to you guys about like the direction of the channel, things that I want to do, things that I want for uh, all of us. But in a sense, if we're gonna build a community, I think in a sense that I should tell you guys how I've been feeling and a little bit how we got here today. So in a sense, I guess it's like just like a little introduction. Well, if you've watched videos where I was playing with friends, which is like, there's only like a couple up on the channel. You notice everybody calls me Key. My real name is Keyshawn. I took the Sean part out the bat because I started going by Sean maybe my senior year of high school. And then I got Supreme because at first I watched Supreme Patty, but I didn't like really like him, and I was like, bro, if this dude's getting sponsored by Supreme, maybe I should just put Supreme in my name and maybe they sponsor me. Childish things growing up, just silly stuff thinking. So that's how we got Supreme Sean. And in high school, when I made a name for myself playing football, I wore number 16, so that's why we got Supreme Sean 16. Now you guys know the lore behind that. Not nothing too major, nothing too crazy, but that's just kind of what I fell upon. It's no religion thing. I know a lot of people get on me about it and be like, you think you're all supreme and all knowing, and I'm like, nah, not at all. It's just a brand, something that I really liked when I was growing up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. um but in a sense, I guess I want to talk to you guys about like more personal things. So I guess I'll start by why I started YouTube. Well, like I told you guys, I played football, but I did play football for the majority of my life. I started when I was in the second grade, played until probably I was 20, 21 is when I decided to quit in college. There was a lot of stuff going on there, but losing football, I kind of lost like a piece of myself in a sense. I didn't really know what to do. I used to be busy all the time growing up. I mean, I did sports. I was in dance. Yes, I did dance. Yes, I did the ballet stuff. Yes, I did all that stuff. It was great stuff for footwork, bro. So, any young athletes that's out there, that's watching this video, or any athlete at any point, bro, take a dance class, bro. I'm telling you, it'll help you out with everything. Footwork good, balance good. Anyway, um, and then my parents kept me involved in like community service things, stuff with churches, everything. Like I never really had time to myself in a sense, but it wasn't a bad thing. I think I loved the fact that I was always busy. So I guess when I lost football and I like had so much time on my hand, I didn't really know what to do. So I kind of started spiraling, doing all the wrong things. Getting in trouble, not really paying attention to my surroundings and making sure that everything was, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I started the content creation stuff, because I mean I love playing games. I mean, I'm not so much into the scary game stuff, but hey, look, if y'all want some stuff like that, bro, I'll suffer through it. For like we can suffer through it together as a community. But other than that, I mean, playing sports games, I grew up. I love Call of Duty. Love Call of Duty. I wouldn't go like as far to say that I was as good as like members of FaZe or like whoever the content creator is that y'all watching today. I really only watch Booyah and Swag from time to time, but most of the time, oh, and Noah J, because zombies, of course. But most of the time, I really find myself playing Call of Duty. I love playing the game with my friends, and a lot of people think I'm really funny, and they think that I can entertain a lot, and I'm very charismatic in a sense. A lot of people love that about me and say I got a good smile and all that stuff. So I was like, why not give it a try? And it all started. Jasiri, good friend, shout out Jasiri. He really helped me with the whole thing because Jasiri does a lot of stuff on Twitch already. He helps run the Wuxi Temple tournaments. It's Mortal Kombat tournament. They do it every Mortal Kombat that comes out. And yeah, he used to play in those tournaments. Was real good at them. And then he went from playing to hosting. I'll put the link down in the description. If you guys are interested in stuff like that. They stream every Wednesday. But yeah, he had an old capture card. It was like, hey man, if you want to get into this thing, I'll lend you it. Tell me how you feel. And yeah, that's where I started my journey. I started posting on Twitch. Doing my live streams on Twitch. Anytime me and the guys got on the game, anybody got on the game, I'm on there. But streaming, I wouldn't say it's not my calling. I think I like it a lot. I think for me, I have to learn how to be an entertainer where there's nobody watching. As good as I think I'm pretty good at entertaining with people watching, but I think I have to learn how to be just as good as an entertainer when no one's watching. So I think that's the one thing I'm learning. But other than that, I mean, we did pretty good. I think we're up at like 230 followers over there, which to some people that doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, to me that was everything. I was doing pretty good with it and everything, and then I graduated from college, and that's when I kind of hit a wall again. I had a lot going on with trying to figure out life because I am in my 20s. I'll be 25 this Sunday, God willing, and that's the biggest thing for me. In your 20s, you kind of trying to figure out what to do because you're young enough to stay young and turnt. You don't really have too much responsibility. You thinking about, oh, what I'm gonna do this weekend was this, that, and the third. My parents still covering most of my stuff, and then you also hit that wall of like, dang, like I'm not really as young as I think I am, and there's a sense of maturity that hits you, and you do need to figure stuff out. You do need to find some stuff out. So, I guess that's what really happened to me. I mean, I was working really hard, and I applied to graduate school, and I got in. I start chiropractic school coming up too, and that leads me into my next thing about like what's gonna happen here. But before I get ahead of myself, I'll tell you guys why I started posting on YouTube. So, like I said, I stream in a group. We're a real close friend group. We became friends like late 2014, early 2015. Great guys. We started high school together. Chris, Jasiri, Darius, and McKeevis. We're like that. Those like the main foundation of the group. We all kind of connected through Darius because everybody knew Darius. Darius was a two-sport athlete, he did football and he played basketball, and most of us connected through him because of that. We played a similar sport to him, and I remember just walking around one day at lunch and couldn't really like find a group in a sense, and then he was like, basically, this is the group of popular loners. We know everybody, and everybody know us, but we don't really fit in a sense. So I was like, I can rock with that. So that's how it all started. We wanted to do the content thing, but then Chris was the first to branch out by himself, and he started YouTube. And he was just telling me, dude, if you're already going to stream, just take your past streams and make it YouTube content for now until you can figure out, what you want to do. And in a sense, I was like, yeah, that's smart. That's good ideas. So for the first couple videos, that y'all saw on the channel, like the Pokemon Unite videos, the Marvel Rival videos, Call of Duty videos. All those came from past streams. Like there was barely any editing in it. You know, it was just like, hey, take it, cut up however many matches you want, put a little transition in between them, post it. It's done. And I didn't really make it a thumbnail. Just like grab something from Google, slap it on there. It's done. uh, but I kind of wanted more because, in a sense, I am kind of a perfectionist when it comes to things. But in a sense, I kind of grew up watching certain people. I started watching Dashie, Allie, T. Pendale, Pontiac made DDG. Like I literally got a lot of inspiration from a lot of people, and also Chris put me on to a couple more people. We started watching Dormtainment. We started watching. And he put me on the X Chase Money. Chase is one of the biggest inspirations for why I kind of still do this and why I like do stuff in a certain direction and why I'm trying to build a little bit more on this thing and like every day like I'm constantly learning about something because I love their style of stuff. They're unapologetically themselves. Whether that's loud, foul language, whatever, it is. They don't care. But they can entertain. And they put their full emotions displayed on the camera and they're not afraid to tell you that, hey, I'm saying this or I'm doing this because this is me. And if you're not like into it, then just go away. Like I don't really care. I don't really care for the support. I'm doing this because I want to do it. So and that's kind of where I'm trying to get at. I am not one of the people who are untalented. I feel like sometimes I'm too talented and I'm multi-talented in a lot of things that it prevents me from being very focused and very good at one thing. A lot of people would, always say, "Oh, this is a great skill to learn. I want to learn this. I want to learn this. I want to learn that." It's better to focus on something that you are good at alone. Get the skill later until you hone what you already know. And I think for me that was a big issue because I literally would be streaming consistently for like months. And then as soon as I take like a break because I like either didn't feel like it or I had something going on or anything, it turned into a month's hiatus. So all the hard work I just did to, be on the exposure, getting multiple people to come back, bringing more people in and everything, it was kind of negated because of the big break I took because I started doing something else. And that's kind of the same thing with YouTube. I wouldn't say I was posting consistently, but I was doing a little better. I did a little, thing with the South of Midnight as my first like real walkthrough or playthrough type of thing, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought I was killing it. Thought I was doing pretty good, and then after that series ended, I didn't do anything on the channel for a while. And it was kind of because, yes, life gets busy. Yes, this goes on. But I couldn't really find something new. And I was trying to, let's do this. Let's grab that. And that's what screwed me up. So I'm trying to kind of find my own style of how I want to do things. But I'm not going to lie. A lot of things will be taken as inspiration from other people. I didn't start watching people like Corey and Berlizzi until later on. Now, Corey, if you are a follower of his or don't know who he is, dude, he is huge in this community. And the whole aspect of YouTube, he does what he does. He's a great guy, everything. But he says that his biggest downfall is poor communication. And I'm kind of the same way. I'm not going to lie. I am very bad with keeping up with people and very bad at like telling people like, hey, this is what I want to do, this is what's gonna happen or whatever, and then sticking to that. So that was my whole thing. And then people like Berlizzi, who again, he's unapologetically him. He does whatever he does. He is funny, he cares, but he also takes like big breaks and all this stuff. And I understand that those guys they made a name for themselves long time ago, and I'm not those guys, so I have to work twice as hard because they're still here and they're still posting. And same thing with like streaming. Kai's on Twitch, you know, Agent doing this, and all those people that they brought on the streamer university thing. Those guys blew up because they were consistent in what they were doing, and they got the biggest opportunity. And like I keep telling myself, there's always it only really takes one thing, one clip, one video, one something, and you are in. It's legit. You're famous now. And it only takes one, but you have to put in the hard work to get there now. So, with that being said, the hardest thing for me to say is that I don't know if there will be a step back from this, or will there be like a lack of videos or anything, because I'm already like got a schedule planned to how I want to do these things. But in a sense, I am about to start chiropractic school. Now, for most of you guys, like I did graduate a year ago from college with my bachelor's degree, but the program I got accepted to is an accelerated program to where I'll earn my master's and my PhD in a 3.5 year span. So that also means that it's gonna be tough. There's gonna be days where like, I gotta roll, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And my plan is not to abandon you guys in a sense. And I know it's not a whole lot of you. There's like 35 subscribers, which I'm thankful for that any of you even subscribe, because that is insane to me to even think that 35 of you like me enough to still be like, I want to come back and watch his next video. But in a sense, I guess I'm getting at is that I don't want to abandon anybody. I don't want to just let it fall off like I did before. I want this to be just like how it was for me when I grew up. I had so much fun growing up watching YouTube. I really didn't start watching YouTube as much until I was like 12, 13. But I grew up watching, all those people I just list off, but minus Corey and Berleezy. But I felt like on my days where it was hard, it was easier to forget about, whatever's troubling me. In a sense, when I was watching their videos, their pure entertainment, the laughter that they gave off, and even sometimes when they showed you like, hey, I'm human, I'm a normal person. This is what's going on in my life. It made my life feel like it was small, but not small in like a bad way. It made my life feel like, hey, there's other people with other problems, and you kind of suck for thinking that your problems is the only problem in the world. So yeah, that's the biggest thing that I guess I wanted to get at. Um, I wanted to do that, like for you guys. I want y'all to click on this video, like a video that I'm dropping, regardless if it's me sitting here talking to you guys or if it's me, playing a game, or us as a friend group playing a game. I want you guys to click on the video and have a good laugh, smile, maybe be scared with me, cry with me, whatever it is. I want you guys to watch it and feel like your troubles aren't as bad as it is, or I distract you enough or give you the courage to face your problems and your whatever's bothering you, and you can get through them. That is one of my biggest things. But I want this community to be a place where you have the power, like you feel like you have the power to take control of your life. And though I am Christian, I do, God does have an ultimate plan for all of us, but the small things you can control, because we were given free will to go out and put good back into the world, no matter how bad your situation is what I want to be. I want to give you guys the positive energy to go out there and be positive to the next person. And I know stuff like that is scary and it sounds cheesy and all these things. But that's generally like what I was growing up on. I was growing up on good vibes and positivity. Even though everybody has their moments where they're human, not everybody's always positive. We've hurt people before, we've lied before, we've stolen before. Nobody's perfect. But the thing is that if you know that you did those things and those things are wrong, and you're willing to try your hardest to change those and to continue to grow as a person and actually like notice that those behaviors are horrible and you want to do better, that's only truly when you can be as positive as you can and really put out in the world of like, hey, I'm a normal human being and I have my faults and I fall from grace sometimes, but I'm trying and I want you all to try with me because we all are human at the end of the day. Yeah, like kind of in a sense, this life that we're given is real short and we got to do the best we can with it. And I want to do the best that I possibly can for you guys. So, with that being said, this journey that we're about to go on together, hopefully everything works out. I'd love to be a content creator, dude. I'd love to sit here and have people to talk to, or you guys to just like I said, be here with me and just for once, your life feels like it's calm and it's steady, regardless if whatever emotion that we're feeling, that you come in here and you know that you're going to have a great day because I'm going to make you laugh. We're going to cry together. We're going to be scared together. We're going to get through it as a unit, as a sense. I can't pull you out of any bad situation, only you can, but I want to give you the courage and the strength to know that it's okay to do so. But now, the biggest question I know y'all been having, why am I wearing this bonnet on my head? And why do I have my head behind this hoodie? And that's the first step as us as this community. If you haven't noticed yet, boom, I shaved the beard. What is that? Got a little string on my neck. Beard clean. We just got the little goatee and stash going on. But since y'all are, my community, you guys will be the first people to see this. Oh, I cut my hair too, man. I am now bald. I've had that hair for about 15 years. I started growing my hair out a long time ago, dude. Sheesh. But yeah, it's crazy that I did this in a sense. I kind of did it because of school. They told us you gotta kind of keep your hair up in a sense. And even though I could have just cut it down and like whatever, I decided to cut it off and kind of restart because I want this to be a moment where it feels like I'm restarting everything. I want to be new. I want to be fresh. Like I said, God willing, I'll be 25 on Sunday. So I want these next 5 years until I'm 30, right? I want to grow our channel so much, and I want to grow everything in every aspect of my life. And I felt like, why not, if I want to restart who I am and grow into a new personality and everything, why not start by cutting my hair and restarting that and growing that back out? So I appreciate you guys clicking on the video. I appreciate this little talk. I know it's kind of a weird one. This is my first time really sitting down like talking about stuff like this. So leave me a like, leave a comment. Let me know how you guys feel about like the direction of the channel, and if you have any suggestions or anything, that'd be greatly appreciated. Normal video schedule will probably resume after today. Maybe today or Wednesday will probably be like a real upload, depending on how I feel. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, man, because we are building something, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.